What's good, everybody? It's your boy Clark Avenue back with another video. You know what time it is. Y'all see that, right? I talked about this in one of my previous videos, but we're going to bring this up again. But first, let's get to this. Well, with this picture, y'all, I just want to show y'all that it is not 3:54. The time that we see here is the same time it said when it was on Kenneka's arm in that freezer. Now, people are claiming, because of a YouTuber, people are claiming that it is 3:54, and that is just not true. For me, that's wrong. It's not 3:54. You feel me? So 3:54, whatever you was trying to line up, that's just not right. And with all due respect, you feel me? With all due respect, that's just not right. Now, if you pay attention to this right here, now if you look closely, there are some clocks who has, two hands, and there's some that has three. This one has three. So if you guys would pay attention, the clock here says 9:16 or 9:17. You feel me? We all know the little hand, which is right here, y'all, is the hour hand. The long one, which is usually identical to the short one, just longer, that's the minute hand. Now the skinny one is the second hand. So it's 9:16 on Kenneka's watch. When she was found and when they took photos of Kenneka, it shows 9:16. So really all this stuff about, around the 3 o'clock hour or whatever, this watch wasn't damaged because of impact. They claim that the watch had stopped working, when they were handling her. That's what they're saying. You feel me? And I don't believe that's the case. It says 9:16. At 9:16, Kenneka should have been, in that freezer when this had cut off. You feel me? That's just the time we have. You feel me? Now, I've seen so many videos of watches or phones. People do an experiment and they will put their watch or their phone in the freezer to see how the cold will affect it. And a lot of times the watch remains, in its working condition, and also the phone. You feel me? And I'm not saying that, if this watch was frozen, that it wouldn't work. But I don't believe that freezer was on to begin with. You know what I mean? I don't believe that freezer was on. So, like, I think that I think they intentionally cut this watch off. You feel me? They did, because I don't think Kenneka would wear a watch that wasn't working. You feel me? And if you look closer, I was peeping this right here, and I feel like I see something here. You see how far away this is from the frame of this watch? It actually looked like something is in here. Now, my question is, did ROSEMONT do that? Because I don't think Kenneka would be wearing a watch when it's not working. I feel like they pulled this out to show that the watch stopped by the freezer. I don't think that's the case. You see, man, I don't think that's the case. You feel me? I don't think that freezer was on. It did not freeze and stop. You feel me? I see something here. Now, my question is, when they gave it to Teresa, you know, the smart thing to do, was to get it checked out, see what type of damage is, see if there's water damage, you know, if it stopped, if the time stopped, did the batteries go out? You know what I mean? It's so many things that you can ask. You can also open the thing up and see if it was water damage. I mean, it's been 3 years now. You feel me? I'm not sure about if you can find water damage in a watch, you know, that was affected 3 years ago. But it could be helpful if they were to open up this watch and see, you know, what the issue was. Now, my other question for Miss Teresa is, was it ticking? You know what I mean? Was it ticking? And did she have to change a battery? Did she see if it was working? You feel me? You know what I mean? Like those are my questions. You know, because this watch, I felt like we could have found out some important things if we looked into that watch. But this watch clearly says 9, y'all. Down here where you see the lips, this is the 6 o'clock hour, which makes this the 12 o'clock, which will make this 9 o'clock. 9:16. You feel me? In 54 or 53 seconds. You feel me? So I definitely had to clear that up because this watch, you know, Tregang said that it was 3:54. So with all due respect, homie, that's just not it. That's not it. You know, he could have overlooked it. You know what I mean? If they would have just looked closer, you would have found out. You know what I mean? What time that was. So yeah, that's 9:17, 9:16, 9:17. All right, that's very important, y'all. Okay, about that watch. Now, I want to go over a few things just so y'all can get a look. These are all the cameras that weren't working. A total of 6 cameras. All right, go ahead and pause that. Save that to your memory. Now, I want to go back to something, y'all, because I think it's very, very, very important, y'all. This is the most important thing to me, is what they are saying in the statements, what the police are putting in these statements. Okay, so they clearly said the freezer light. You feel me? They claim they seen the freezer light come on, and that's their proof. You know, that's their hardcore evidence to believe that Kenneka walked in that freezer, you know, willingly on her own. That's their only way of saying Kenneka walked in there. You feel me? So, like, that's just not enough for me. You feel me? It's not enough. And what they should have done was realize that wasn't enough and continue further into this investigation. You feel me? They should have went harder. You know what I mean? Because that just wasn't enough. It wasn't. Let me just show y'all. I just want to be able to show y'all, so I'm about to go. Found it, y'all. PSO Lobianco stated Kenneka is not observed entering the freezer on video surveillance because the freezer door is out of view of camera. However, PSO Lobianco stated you can appear to see a light come on as the freezer door was opened. Bow! All lies, y'all. All lies. So this is their proof. They claim they saw a light, y'all. This is their proof. I had to get it before I ended the video, but this is what they use to prove that she put herself in that freezer. Right there. For one, how do you see a light? You know what I mean? Y'all made that up. Y'all made that up. That's so crazy. I hope y'all are really listening to this. I really, really do. And those doors didn't latch. I already proved that to y'all. You feel me? I already proved to y'all that the doors do not latch unless you shut that door.
I just wanted to show y'all that, so let's continue.
Now, as you can see, this is all just a big mix up, y'all. If you pay attention to this, PSO WALSH said as they entered the doors into the kitchen, Blank stopped and just pointed towards the cooler. PSO WALSH advised he walk over to the cooler and open the door, and advised the light was off, and he did not initially see anything. He said he then realized there was another door inside the cooler. PSO WALSH said he then opened the second door into the freezer and the light was off inside there as well. So it's clear that the lights were off. So put that together, y'all. I mean, it's not that hard. If they claim Kenneka entered that cooler because they claim they saw a light come on as she entered the freezer. If that's what made them believe she walked in that freezer because y'all saw the freezer light come on, then there's a big, huge problem because PSO WALSH confirmed that both lights was off. Now, let me just tell y'all, ain't no drunk person stuck in a freezer gonna turn off no light switch. They're not.
I hope y'all really paying attention, y'all. This means a lot. What I'm telling y'all right here, this means a lot, y'all. Big facts. Put it together. They're caught. Within these statements, they got caught.
So this is a lie. This is a lie. A cover up. You know, I proved that there had to have been someone in that freezer area, kitchen area, after Kenneka went into that freezer, according to the footage. If Kenneka went in that freezer alone and then the time stops and the time skips, that means they took out the footage in between that time. She walked in, and when the officer and assistant beverage manager found her, they took some time out because there's no way that that light should have been off later on. That means someone was there. That proves that someone was there. You're not going to try to make us believe, ooh, Kenneka walked in here because the light came on, and then going to later on tell us that the officer entered that freezer and the lights were off. Both of them. That means somebody was in there. You feel me? Somebody was in there. Had to. Had to be. I don't even see Kenneka entering the freezer. You know what I mean? I can't even picture, someone like Kenneka or a drunk person or drugged going straight to that freezer and going inside that freezer. I just don't see that. And definitely not opening up a second one and going in there. If anything, If she did go in that cooler, she wouldn't have went in that freezer. She wouldn't have opened that second door. For what? You feel me? Because that cooler door should have still been open when Kenneka entered. Because Kenneka is not shutting this door behind her. You feel me? This is the proof. That door is not shut. You feel me? So this door should have been opened. You feel me? Because Kenneka is not shutting this, y'all. She's not shutting that.
One more time.
Now they're talking to the beverage manager right here. I already showed y'all this, but I'm just going to show y'all this one sentence. I then asked him again about whether or not the doors to both the cooler and freezer were closed. He was sure that both doors were closed and latched. The assistant beverage manager was sure that both doors were closed and latched. Keep that in mind, y'all, all right? Because in about 2 seconds, I'm going to get right into that.
Just showing the facts.
That door is not shut. You feel me? So this door should have been opened. You feel me? Because Kenneka is not shutting this, y'all. She's not shutting that. I swear to God, she is not shutting that, bro. No, don't nobody do that. Even working in the kitchen, I've had a lot of people even confirm. You feel me? Like no one shuts a freezer or cooler door behind them. You don't. You just don't. You don't do it. And I don't see why anybody drunk or drugged would even make it this far, enter this freezer, and then enter this cooler and then shut it behind them. No, it should have been open. It should have been open. If she did make it to the freezer, y'all, at least this should have been open and that freezer should have been shut. That makes sense. Because what they gave us right here, I then asked him again about whether or not the doors to both cooler and freezer were closed. He was sure that both doors were closed and latched. I then asked him if he recalled if the lights were on in either walk-in, cooler, or freezer portion. He stated that he could not recall, but that he was sure he did not flip any light switch on in the cooler or freezer. Assistant beverage manager stated that he was searching the units with his flashlight on his key. So that's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard because there's only one answer to that, y'all. There's only one answer to that, y'all. If you don't remember if the lights were on or off, but you know for sure you didn't touch the switches, you left it as is, but you claim you was using your flashlight. Why would you need a flashlight if the lights are on? You don't need a flashlight, you feel me? You wouldn't pull out a flashlight if those cooler lights was on. So that means it was clearly dark in there, bro. You didn't want to touch the light switch because you didn't want to be held responsible or whatever could have happened. The lights were clearly off. Y'all playing about these lights. You feel me? Y'all didn't get it together. Y'all didn't put it together right, and I caught that shit. You feel me? I caught that shit. This is very important, y'all. I want y'all to share this right now. Like this video because the likes is what's going to get it out there. You need to share this as well because this right here, what I just went over, is the most important facts, hands down. You feel me? Because we don't got proof of anything else. We don't. You feel me? It's all speculation. It is. We can match people here and there at times.
Like, for real, man. Like, now, when investigators have people in the interrogation room, they ask them questions. They want to see what their story is like. And then, usually they will go back to make sure if the story remains the same. And that's when they determine whether if they're telling a lie or not. This is exactly what I'm doing to the police officers and the investigators that wrote this statement. You feel me? That put this statement together. This is literally what I'm doing to them. All right? This is simple police work. I ain't no police. I would never be 12. I could never be 12. But I know how shit go.
You feel me? But we don't actually see anything. That's our biggest problem. Not going to get anywhere with that. Now, here in this statement right here, what I just showed y'all, this could take us somewhere. I'm just telling the truth. You feel me? J for K all day, and I would be saying this all day because this is what's important. I wouldn't even be mad if everybody started talking about this. You feel me? I wouldn't. So I really, really wanted to go over this again. And we all know that the assistant beverage manager was saying, "Oh, I don't know if the engineer, the people who check the freezers or whatever, if they entered this upper kitchen, and I don't know if they secured the area." Whoever that engineer is, or whenever he was there, bro, he secured the area. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't he? He secured that area, and let me tell you something. That's why you went in that side door, because that door was locked from the inside. Y'all I already showed y'all the locks and where the pole go. That's why he went through that side door. You feel me? And then he left from the double doors, the wooden doors, because it's a simple switch, lock switch. You know what I mean? Is you latch it down, boom, remove the pole. So, but we couldn't see that. We couldn't see that on camera, but we have the videography footage the police put in here of that door and the locks on it. So there's a reason why you went through that side door. Cause why would you go through that side door? You feel me? And also you claim that you thought the police was following you. Why would you take that side door? You feel me? Why would you take the side door? None. That was just something to say. You feel me? That was the first thing that came to your head, so you wouldn't look guilty. Oh, you thought the police was behind you, but they never stated that. You feel me? When they explained everything that you were doing, assistant beverage manager, the police didn't explain it the same way you did because that wasn't the case. You feel me? That wasn't the case. You snuck in there, opened up the double doors, and then brought them in. That's what you did. You know how she got in there. You definitely do. You definitely do. So number one, y'all, just know this off yaps, y'all. Number one, they needed a way to close this case and to call it an accident. That's why they said they claimed they saw a freezer light. None of us see a freezer light. You feel me? We don't see a freezer light when Kenneka walks in. No, we don't. We see a shadow. And who's to say that shadow wasn't just her shadow? You feel me? Walking by. They needed a way to close this case and to call it an accident. That's why they said they claimed they saw a freezer light. None of us see a freezer light. You feel me? We don't see a freezer light when Kenneka walks in. No, we don't. We see a shadow. And who's to say that shadow wasn't just her shadow? You feel me? Walking by. Because we clearly seen assistant beverage manager big ass shadow when he walked up to that freezer. We did. So there's no proof really that she went in there. But what is proof is that y'all lying. Y'all lying. And that gives me every reason to believe that y'all took out footage. You feel me? Because somebody was in there. If that light was on, when y'all claim she opened that door and went in that freezer and y'all said y'all saw a light, that light was on, it was off when they found her. Make it make sense. I'm making it make sense. You feel me? It's a lie. There's no way the light is going to be on when she enters and then off when they found her. We saw the police flashlight. That's proof right there. He even said it in the statements anyway. But that's my backup. We seen his flashlight when they approached and opened that freezer door. You feel me? So somebody was in there in between those times. Facts, y'all. Facts. Don't look past this, y'all. This needs to be exposed. Go ahead and take this video, man, and just share it. Share the shit out of it. You feel me? Share the shit out of it. Because everybody needs to know this. Because there's so many people, man, who's watching these videos and they, bro, I don't know what they believe in. I don't know what they believe in. You feel me? Because we all know that the footage is edited. You know, Kenneka walking and stuff like that. We can't see her face. You know, all these weird movements. You know, she just walking in a daze, eyes closed. But a couple of times she stops and turns awkwardly, like, dang, how'd she do that? You feel me? How she turn like that, make that decision quickly like that. Just like when she just like when she went into that lower level bathroom and also when she went back to the fountain and then she was walking and then stopped and then went back towards the kitchen. Fast decision making. I already said that. You feel me? So like and then and also all the opportunities she passed, yo. Somebody was clearly with her. You feel me? There's a lot of people who's showing that it's not hard at all. I've seen so many, editors edit things out just to show people how to do it. I've seen it. Humongous D, he's showing it too. You feel me? I don't even like saying his name because that shit, he childish for that, for that name. Shout out to all y'all who working hard though. You feel me? Shout out to everybody. Yep. You know. So I'm gonna say shout out to everybody who's active. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good job. You feel me? Good job. Hell of a chick. Tregang, Humongous D. You know, some of the other people I don't really know. I really don't know everybody. You feel me? I really don't. But I don't know everybody's place. But I see a little bit of truth in everybody. You feel me? So whether if their information is wrong or not, I see a little bit of truth in everybody. So it's J for K all day. We need to stick with this, y'all. We need to stick with this. Stop throwing jabs and stuff at people. This is just ridiculous. You feel me? It's ridiculous. And also to the subscribers, much love to everybody who's showing support to the Kenneka Jenkins, case, to the J for K community. You know, much love for everybody. You feel me? But don't turn into a puppet. You feel me? Don't attack somebody because somebody disagrees with them. That's just not right. I'm gonna just let you know right now. That's not right. You feel me? So at the end of the day, everybody keep doing what they doing, yo. Oh yeah, but hold on. Before we leave though, like we all know that that freezer was hot. That police officer wiping the sweat off his head and everything. So did anybody ever think that Kenneka was super hot in that freezer? When they put Kenneka in that freezer, don't y'all think she was sweating as well? You feel me? We already know she wasn't frozen. That was rigor mortis stages, the stiffness of the body. Now, did you ever think that since it was hot, that her hair sweated out? Being in that hottest freezer and being in the freezer like that, if it wasn't on and it was super hot, the way they rubbing their head, bruh, it gotta be super hot. You feel me? It gotta be super hot in that freezer. And Kenneka, her hair could have been sweated out. You know what I mean? It could have been. But hey, I don't know about that. You know, like I said, I'm still listening to the pool theory. You feel me? Because what they say is a fact about that pool. The story about the pool is not actually a fact. There's no face on that letter. You feel me? It's just not. It's just not. But it's a possibility. You feel me? It's a high possibility. It definitely is. You know, with the direction that the friends and everybody was going from that kitchen, from that management hall to you know that back kitchen area, the dock, parking lot. The white lady with the white t-shirt going through that ballroom. Yeah. So like it lines up. It definitely lines up. But the only thing I'm just saying, bruh, like we can't prove it because if we could prove that, you know, it would be major. But I'm just saying, look into this video, man. Go look at my previous videos as well because don't miss the the importance of my message. You feel me? Because I'm not trying to do this every day. You feel me? I don't do it every day. I got a life, bro. I got a whole life. I got children. You understand me? I got things to do. I make my own money. You feel me? I don't go working 9 to 5. No, no, no. I go and make my own money. You feel me? Every day. Yes, I'm busy as hell, y'all. So that's why y'all don't see me like y'all see like everybody else. I'm not saying that everybody else is not busy, but I got, I got a lot of shit to do. You feel me? I wear the crown. You feel me? So there's a lot of things that I take care of on a daily. So that's why y'all don't see me like that. But I don't want to just jump on YouTube and just keep talking about Kenneka when I don't really have anything. You feel me? When I don't really have anything. There's so much in here, that you can find. A lot of people have said it, a lot of people has missed it, you know. But, I'm not about to be just going on here every day and, just wasting y'all time because a lot of times people's times be wasted. That's how I see it. You feel me? That's how I see it now. You know, I'm not saying I ain't got an opinion. I do got an opinion. You feel me? I do have my own opinion. I do have theories and narratives. Yes, I do. Police officers do too. You feel me? Other people do too. YouTubers and commenters and subscribers, viewers. Everybody has opinions and theories and narratives. Yo, you feel me? We can. It ain't. It's not. It's not bad. It's not wrong to speak them. You feel me? It's not. You feel me? If you reading or watching, it's up to you how you take that. So, but what I'm reading y'all is facts. You feel me? Facts, big facts. So, so that's what it is.
So yeah, I had to do this again because to me this is the most important part of these statements is what the police officer said, what the assistant beverage manager said, and we have all that on footage. You feel me? We have that on footage. And that's just not the case. Alright? Because there's no way that the light was on when she entered the freezer, but off when they found her. All that means that somebody was in there, y'all. Somebody was in there from the time where she entered up until when they found her. That's just what it is, man. Alright? It's your boy Clark Avenue, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video right now. Hit that notification bell if you haven't already. You feel me? Make sure you click all. And that's just what it is. I'm going to leave it at that. Clark Avenue be back very soon. All y'all be safe out there, alright?